How's it going, everybody? All right, so today, I really wanted to talk about the ranked, right? Now, I've made a video on the ranked video on the ranked game mode about just the ranked experience, right? And the ranked experience, I'm not gonna lie, it's it, it's I would say all around it's pretty good. It's pretty well balanced, I would say. I mean, like they did everything pretty good. But there's a few things that I don't like, and there's quite a few things I do like and things that I would love to see changed. And in this video, I would just like to share my thoughts on what I think could make the game mode even better than it already is. Starting off, we're going to start off with the good things. Good things are, I mean, I love the ranked. I think it's better than Arena because I think like Arena, like I never played Arena. Like I didn't really care that much. It was kind of just like there were numbers. Like you had numbers, like cool, I guess, but it really wasn't that. Like everybody was in. Once you got in champion, you were just basically in champion, and it was fine, right? And with this, it feels like you're grinding. You're grinding for like the emblem of your platinum, your diamond, your unreal, right? And I think that was way better than what they did with Arena because Arena just didn't feel like it mattered. You didn't feel like you really cared. You kind of just played it like you'd play any other game. This I feel like when I play with my friends, it feels way more competitive. I feel like I care more. The changes they made, they were a little controversial. I thought that maybe the cap at 500 mats would really change, but really it didn't. One thing I noticed that I don't think I remember anybody saying is that llamas actually drop you max mats, which I just discovered not too long ago that they drop you max mats. But still, still honestly, I think it's great. I think that's great that they do that. Um, and with the Spider-Man mythics and everything, with all the mythics and the lightsabers and stuff, at this point now they're gone. But while they were all in there, I think a lot of things were going on. They nerfed grenades and everything because they were too powerful. And that's one thing that I think is that it's gonna be a struggle is literally every rule that is in the normal pubs games are in ranked, which is why they went into all the changes with getting rid of the max 999 mats and all the things like that. Um, I can see why they did that, and I think it's still a good change. I think that the mats that they are is a good change, and this is only the preseason. There's going to be seasons afterwards, and so the seasons afterwards and from there on, I feel like should be pretty good, and I'm hoping that they make a few changes. Unreal Rank I think is a really good idea. I like the idea to where once you're in there, you're in it for the rest of the season because I think once you've made it to Unreal, you've earned that. I think that's the one thing with Arena was it was just like you can be in champion and sure you're in champion, but if you play a game or two and go do bad, you're going all the way down, right? Once you hit Unreal, you're in Unreal and it's just a race to see who's better. And I love that. I think that's great. And I think that they can do a few more changes, which is what I'll talk about a little later when I'm talking about the things I don't like. Another thing really liked was I don't know what it is about having the emblem that's like platinum. Whenever you get ranked or whatever after that. I don't know what it is about that makes you feel like you want to earn it. You know what I'm saying? Like even though it's literally just a picture, a PNG that is on your name, that image makes you just feel like I earned this picture, this emblem. This is mine. I earned it. With Arena, it was just you were in these contender leagues or you were in these champion leagues and that was it. That was really all there was to it. But with the emblems, it felt like it was your own. You know, you were winning. You were winning, and since you were winning, and since you were doing good, you earned this. When you win an arena, you got up a few points, but that's the only thing you can see is numbers. You see numbers go up from 10 to 20. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing really different there. And I think that's one of the big changes that I think that is great. And one reason they did the whole ranked thing and made everything integrated was there was saying like a disconnect between the pro play like the competitive side of Fortnite and the non-competitive side of Fortnite. And I can see why. I can see the connection there on why they would want to do that. But at the same time, I feel like because let's say they add some game breaking gun, like let's say the lightsabers, right? Lightsabers were terrible in ranked whenever they're in ranked. It was bad. It really was bad because people were throwing rocks at you. It wasn't very fun, right? It wasn't. But then you hop into a casual game and then you're just trying to have fun with your friends and that's fun. But since they're doing this, I feel like I'm hoping they don't, but I feel like they're gonna lean towards the more competitive side, and it's gonna get rid of all that fun out of the game with all the glitches, and because you can't have glitches when you're playing competitive because you're playing competitively. You don't want glitches and anything like that. You don't want those things. But for a public game, those are fun. Those are fun to do. Even the glitches, the funny weapons, and things like that, all great. Now, getting to the things that I don't like slash I wish were changed. Like, let's say, so I know I was just talking about I like the ranking. I like the platinum 1, 2, and 3, diamond 1, 2, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. I love that concept. I love that. One thing I don't like is like it feels just like arena, but you know less. With arena, right? When you place top 15, you got points. When you placed top 5, you got points. When you got a kill, you got a certain amount of points, right? Now when you play ranked, it's just a guessing game to be like, okay, well, we got this many kills, we made it this far, we got a kill, you know, earlier game, and then we got one a little later. How far do you think we're? It's a guessing game. You don't know until the very end, which some would say that's a good thing, but it's I don't know if you'd necessarily call it a good thing because I know me personally, I like to know how well I did as I'm playing. If I'm playing well, and at the end, I will say at the end, you do get rewarded. You do get rewarded. I don't know where I'm going with that. I feel like I just answered my own question of why they did that. But one thing I don't like is it doesn't feel like consistent whenever I play, right? If I play and I get 2 kills and die, I'm playing solo and we die and I die top 50, right? And then I go up, I go down 5%. And then I play another game, get 3 kills, die top 50, something like that, right? But I stay the same. Not saying that's like legitimately happened, but I'm saying just as, it just doesn't feel consistent. It feels like if you were to drop those kills all the time, you wouldn't go up. And I think because I think it's made that way, I know it's based off your previous matches. So if you drop the same amount of things every time, you're doing basically even every time. Why would you go up for doing the same thing? And that's where I think it differs from arena, because arena, you can drop in, you have a bus fare if you're high enough in there. You have a bus fare, you get some kills, you can get 10 points up on your bus fare. You can leave the game, quit, you die, it's whatever. You went up. And then you can repeat the steps over and over to climb to there. And I think that's a good change. But it just feels wrong. And another thing I don't like, very, very small thing, the silver emblem and the was it champion emblem? No, it's elite emblem. They're both gray. Weird design choice. But what makes it worse is that there's the emote where you get to show off your banner, right? And in that emote, it shows off a color of a flame on your hand. And if you look at the silver one and the elite one, it is very easily mistaken. Very small thing. It just is kind of weird that you have all these designers and stuff, and you decided to do that. You could have done like purple, or no, purple was Unreal. There's other colors out there that you could have done besides gray again. But I'm just saying, like the emblems themselves don't look, you could tell the difference. Another thing I don't really like, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about all the ODMs and everything in there. I think movement items don't need to just be all excluded, but I think, and again, it's hard because you have to come to a good balance with all these things, which I think may help with guns in the future and things in the future, because now that they're having to cater towards competitive and casual, they have to make things that are good mix for both. But whenever you were playing arena, right, it was way more smooth, and the gameplay felt more consistent because there wasn't these limited time weapons that are coming out. We had the hammers and we had the kinetic blades, I think, and that was because they were full season ones, not these limited time things with the ODMs and the lightsabers and stuff like that. Because I think that's something where you really don't really need that, because then it changes the gameplay. It changes the gameplay, and even like, let's say like FNCS starts and they add some crazy broken gun, and it's gonna be an FNCS because all the tournaments and all rules and everything are the unranked or the ranked ones, all the ranked rules and the normal rules. So it's gonna be a struggle. I think it's gonna be different, and I think that's the main thing that people were like scared about, is it's different. You change an entire core part of the game, and people are gonna be worried on if it's good or not. But I think there's definitely more people playing. Like, you could check like the player counts on like arena and stuff. Not as many player counts as there is, as if there was whenever ranked came out. Ranked has way more people playing it than arena. More people are playing it. That's just a fact. That's just to show that it's better, but still. it's still different. It's still changing. Now, hold on. There's this one change that they just made to the game entirely, which I think is a very bad change. I think it's an L take from Epic Games right here. It's the heavy snipers. The heavy snipers and the grenades. So grenades used to do 100 damage per throw, which I can see, you can see why that's like not a good thing. But think about it. If you want grenades, right, you have to take up an inventory slot. And most people, when they carry in their inventories, they're carrying AR, SMG, or AR, shotgun, SMG, and then utility, which is usually your ODM, Spider-Man mythics, whatever, your mythics, right? Your movement. Then your fifth slot is your heals. So if they were to carry grenades, right, they have to drop and give up one of those things for the grenades. It's a trade. It's a trade-off. And that makes sense. That should make sense. It's kind of they're good, right? But again, they're not like hitting through walls or anything. And with what they did with the heavy snipers is they made it to where they can't shoot in one shot brick walls and metal walls. That is a terrible thing, I believe, because they've always done that for years. And I'm not saying just because it's been done this way for years doesn't mean that it should never be changed. I think that change is a good thing, and not everything should stay the exact same way it was just because it was like that for nostalgia or whatever. I just think now let's talk about the Thunder Spears, right? The Thunder Spears do hit through walls. They do. Even if you say they don't, they hit through walls, which is dumb, right? Because you can hit through walls, which is dumb, and they do like 100 damage. So you're telling me that grenades, which don't hit through walls, and the Thunder Spears, like, yeah, you only have 2 shots, but those 2 shots, again, they take up a slot. They take up a slot just like the grenades would. But whenever you use them, you can also combo them with the ODM. So if you have the ODM and those, which take up 2 slots, you can combo those. Or even if you just have the Thunder Spears, you first of all fly in the air. You can, let's say you just need to use them to stop your fall damage. You can do that. Like, there's so many more uses for it. And it's so overpowered because now anything that was used to break structures, like ODM obviously still works to break structures. Great. That's like the best thing everybody uses. But why did Thunder Spears get to shoot through walls, do 100 damage, which is what grenades used to do, but grenades didn't shoot through walls. But we're nerfing the grenades, but we're not nerfing the Thunder Spears. Like, obviously the Thunder Spears, you get more, you're left out open, you're in the open for a few seconds because you shoot one and you can build again. But with the grenades, you can throw grenades. They don't break through walls. You have enough time between each grenade throw to build your walls up again. As long as one doesn't slip into your build, you should be fine. You can put a ramp between you, a floor between you, a triangle, and you're protected. You're fine. But with the Thunder Spears, it's not. As I have died to the Thunder Spears this way, and I have killed people this way. It's a very scummy way of killing people. I think it is. I think that they were so bad that they had to nerf. I don't think that's why they nerfed the other things, but I think since they nerfed the other things, and that's a byproduct of it, everybody's using that now, and it's like overpowered. And I think that that's not a good thing. I don't think that they should be the way they are. But luckily, the season's ending soon, so I'm hoping some changes will happen to ranked mode, and with the new season coming out, hope the Thunder Spears and the ODM will be gone because they're a one season thing. So that'll be good, I think. But other than that, I believe that ranked is better than arena. I believe that it can be better. They can fix it and change it. Again, I'm not entirely sure about how it's the same things through casual and in ranked. I think, again, it's different, but I also think that it can hurt the pro players because I also think Unreal is way too easy to hit. Literally, everybody's been hitting it. Everybody's been getting Unreal like it's nothing because it's basically like you want to have friends to do it, because if you have friends to do it, right, you can easily rank up because you're getting more kills per fight. You get in a solo fight, you're getting 1 kill, maybe 2 or 3 if you get a third party. You hop in a squad fight, you're killing that full squad, you get third party, that's 8 kills. You're getting these 32 bombs easily in squads, which is going to drastically bring you up. So it's just, and it's so easy to hit. People were hitting it in the first day. You shouldn't want that. You should want people to be able to grind for it. They need to be the best of the best players. But, like, you have people like Cypher PK. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he just started building, like, playing build mode, like, last season or something. And he's in Unreal rank. I'm not in Unreal rank because I'm not that great. I'm going to be honest. But a lot of these people are already in Unreal rank. Like, it's nothing. There's probably thousands of people already in Unreal because it's not that difficult. And for something that you're unreal, your skill is unreal, you should be grinding. It should take even the best players weeks to do. Placement matches are not that great. because placement matches, when you think of a placement match, you think whenever I play this one game, or usually placement matches are out of 5, you would think, or out of 3 at least. You would think depending on how I do in these games depends on where I rank, right? You're wrong. For Fortnite, since they go based off of your previous matches, it still transfers over to your placement matches. So whatever you did last match, or however the game thinks you should be placed, no matter how you do, you'll get placed there. You'll get placed in the place that they think you should be placed. Because I had my friend play, he played his solo one. He got gold, like, 2, I think. Gold 2 or gold 3. I played, and he said he got, like, a kill or 2 and died off spawn. Reasonable, right? Gold 3, I mean, still, I think that's a little high for dying off spawn and with 2 kills. But, and then, I played, died off spawn. I died completely off spawn, 0 kills, nothing. Like, placed, like, 90th or something. I don't know. Gets plat 1. How does that make sense? Why would I get plat 1 when he had a better game overall? It doesn't make sense. But that's because it's based off of your previous match. It's not actually based off of how you did in that game. It just is like that. It's not really necessarily based. Maybe because I was seeing there's clips of this one guy who dropped a 30 bomb and got placed bronze. So that just seems dumb to me. He dropped a 30 bomb. I think he deserves to be in like platinum 3, something like that. But, it's whatever. At the end of the day, Fortnite will do their thing. Epic will do their thing. Most likely, whenever Fortnite does those things, they usually fix them. So I'm hoping by next season, the official start of the season 1 of Ranked, I'm hoping that they fix it and it's the best game mode that we've ever seen.